Warning.
You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio. 7 Mile Radio.
What up, though?
What's good, everybody?
What's poppin'? What's up, Detroit? Welcome back to Things and Change podcast. Did you miss your boy? What was my man name on Martin? Did you miss me when he had the show? When he was kicking it with Martin?
You talking about Tom?
He was Tommy Davidson,
yeah,
but what was his name on this on that show? Darnell something.
Yeah, Darnell, yeah.
Did you miss me? I've been gone for 2 weeks. It felt like I had to restart all over
We
again.
had our issues. We had some legal issues.
You know what I'm saying?
We had to settle those out.
I appreciate you letting me step away, though, my nigga Monski.
Yeah, you had to, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
You had to work. You know,
the first week was the Lions game, though.
Yeah, you had.
Man, that shit was, that junk was so live, bro, down there in New Orleans.
Represented, didn't they?
Man, we took over.
Yeah.
Like, I asked one of the cops that was down there, like, have you ever seen a city take over like this? She was like, actually, like, y'all close, but Dallas beat us. She said Dallas travel like crazy. You know what I'm saying? But when I got inside the stadium, I asked the lady that was taking the checking the seats. I'm like, man, come on. We had to take over more than anybody. Like, look at this stadium. Like, the Superdome, all you saw was blue.
But, you know, we traveled the furthest, though. So that Dallas is right there, though.
All we saw was blue. She was like, I think y'all got it. She was like, we ain't never seen nothing like this before. It was like New Orleans traveled to Ford Field to come see us, bro. Like they was visitors.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, dog? We went so crazy down there. And it was all peace and love. Like, New Orleans showed us love down there.
They always do.
Shout out New Orleans. Like, it was hospitality. The food was awesome. Like, I had a hot salmon omelet with capers and goat cheese.
Goat cheese.
Crack.
That goat cheese.
You gotta be
a real.
And they had
cheese
these French toast bites to go with it. With, like, the icing that go on the Cinnabon.
Yeah.
Make you want to punch somebody in the face.
Yeah.
That boy was on point.
Did you get any liquor down there? Did you get any the moonshine?
No, but we got pilt down there. There was a lot of drinking. There was a lot of
that.
that. I'm talking about that. I done heard. Who was that? New York, the city that never sleeps. Mm-hmm. Or is that Vegas? Which one's Sin City? Vegas, Sin City. Yeah. So New York is but New Orleans right behind it. Because they bars and stuff close about 5 in the morning.
That's not Beale Street. That's Beale Street.
No, that's Bourbon Street.
Yeah, Bourbon Street.
Yeah.
I've been to both.
How many bees did you get?
Huh?
Did you give away bees? Did you?
Man, I wasn't even messing with them bees because when they was going crazy with the bees, it was raining so bad. So we stayed in and watched them weak ass Michigan. They had a Detroit takeover. They had the whole Marriott for one. On the other street, not Bourbon Street. I forgot the Calvary or some street like that. Okay. And that was the Detroit Takeover Hotel. So they had it to where when the championship game came over, the whole lot. First of all, the lobby was huge. TV, big bar. Dog, it felt like you was at the big house. Right. I'm the only nigga that I'm going crazy with talking about Ohio State shit. You know they laughing at we already lost, but so it was all love. But it was crazy. Michigan get a first down, them niggas went crazy. I'm like, I ain't never seen no shit like this. Like they showed Harbaugh, them niggas started cheering. You know I was roasting them niggas then, like that white nigga. You know,
he was right in your element.
Crazy, like this. You know what I'm saying? But I just had to get that out there because I wasn't here for a couple. Last week I had to work. You know, so. It's all love. But look, we had a guest on here last week that I enjoyed. I sat back and watched the show. And I know the just of the show you was talking about legalization for African Americans or black folks on legalized growing.
Yes.
And being right with the weed business.
Had to bring it back.
Taking over because we was already smart with doing it in the hood anyway. Why not legalize it?
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly. That's my point. Like, it's too much talent out in here in the hood.
Yeah. So we want to welcome Mitzi.
Yes.
We want to welcome Mitzi back. Y'all give it up for Mitzi coming
back
up.
like she never left.
And she might end up being our third host on the show. You know what I'm saying? You never know. You need to break it up a little. Cause Moan don't be knowing what the hell he talking about.
You know, sometimes I just
we
be
need
going
somebody
off.
to come on here and break it up a little bit.
I be off in the space.
You know what I'm saying? Before we dive off into the show, you know we always gotta talk about them Busto babies.
Busto baby.
Like every time, like I even wore a Busto baby shirt down in New Orleans.
Yeah, you did. I saw you. I was like, this nigga got the Busto
Hey,
baby
people
on.
was hitting me up like people was like, P, go on and patent that shirt, dog.
Right?
And I did a poor man's patent.
Yeah.
When you write yourself a letter and send it in the mail,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
they come with a government stamp. Sean taught me. Shout out Big Sean.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And then you got a government seal, and then you never open it. So you got a poor man's. So you niggas can't steal my Busto baby.
Yeah. If you do, he coming
I'm
out.
coming.
Yes.
But anyway,
Small claim court, of course.
dog. First, I was gonna talk about what we talked about off air, but we ain't gonna talk about that. But I got a crazy. This might not even be a Busto baby. This might just be a Busto.
Okay.
You
Wait.
know, do I gotta break down Busto,
How
baby?
was your week, man? How was your week?
You know what? That's disrespectful. You right.
You know what I'm saying? How was my week? How was
Yeah,
your week, man?
it is Monday.
You know, this
ain't
nigga
it?
get back
It
and
is
don't
Monday,
even,
ain't
he don't
it?
even
It's
care no
Monday.
more, yo.
It
You know
is
what I'm
Monday,
saying? He
ain't
say
it?
fuck everybody.
Well,
He
you
don't
know
care
what?
about
Since you
him.
asked, my week was good, man.
Yeah.
Chilling. I mostly chill with the fam. I'm glad you brought that up because them Lions got down.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did.
Them Lions did their thing. I called that
Yes,
blowout.
they did.
You know what I'm saying? Right now, I'm down in my fantasy by 20 points. I got Kenneth Walker tonight. I was whooping Kyrie ass
Yeah,
too.
you
man.
was. You was.
He
You
came out the
was.
gate. That damn James Cook, and then I ain't gonna
Yeah,
talk.
they
about
went
it.
crazy.
But the week was good.
Yeah.
Lions did they. It's always a good week when Lions do their thing.
Truth.
Them Pistons. I don't know what's going on with them. It's like Space Jam
Is it
3.
rebuild again? Is it
I think the
rebuild
Monsters
year?
stole their skills.
The monster. You talking about the Space Jam monster?
I think the Monsters stole their skills, dog. I ain't lying.
Was it one or two? Because I don't know about that.
Both of them
That two.
combined.
Yeah, okay.
I hear they trying to go after the coach right now. They want the coach fired.
No, they gave that nigga about $200 million. They can't find him yet. They can't take him off contract. Yeah, if they do, they time Gore.
Do you know what they gonna do? Scandal.
I don't know
Ain't
what
gonna
they gonna do.
Ain't gonna catch him in a scandal.
But how was y'all week, Mitzi? How was your week?
It went by too fast. A bunch of Christmas bullshit. I do not like Christmas, y'all. First
Oh,
of
don't
all.
get me started on that.
I hate fucking
I don't
Christmas.
fuck with it.
Don't
either,
get me
but
started on that. I learned. I put it to you like that. I was a big Christmas junkie. My mom loved
I
Christmas.
wasn't.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
I come from that family and all,
Yeah.
but the more I learn, because I'm into the word, the more I learn, the more I read, the more I study. It's if you go have that moment, that's fine. But for what people, the definition that people give it is all a lie.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
Absolutely.
I put it to you like
See,
that.
I
It's
never
all a lie.
liked it for myself either. You know what I'm saying? But since,
That's why I wanted to do that No Need
Yeah,
for Religion
yeah.
show.
Since my grandma, my aunt, and my
And it was supposed to be this show right
You
here
know what
because
I'm
my
saying?
birthday this Friday and Christmas Monday. So this is supposed to be that show.
Yeah.
So
But
since
I
they-
wanted
so
to
since
really
they
prepare
gone-
for that
So
show.
since they gone, I've been like, getting into the spirit because my mom's one,
Yeah,
she
me.
don't
I
have the
tried
writer
to.
no
It
more,
would be
you know what I'm
hard for
saying?
me, Mom.
Yeah.
Terry will tell you. I know my baby. Well, I don't know if she watching.
Yeah.
Shout out Terry, but I be tripping because my mom was so big with it.
Yeah, that's what my
That
grandma,
first
my
year
aunt,
she passed,
they
and it been
all
10
was.
years. I tried to be that dog that rock and
Yeah.
hold it. But now I'm like, man, then I just started learning. I'm like,
See, you
well,
the-
and it's cool to
you
have
the
a
opposite.
pause moment
You the
too.
opposite.
I mean,
You the opposite
pause,
of me.
chill, hang with your family,
Yeah, yeah.
eat good because I
That's
want
what
to
I'm
eat
saying.
chill.
That's what it's about.
I'm having a family dinner.
But telling people
what
it's
I'm saying,
Jesus'
sisters
birthday
and mom,
and-
you know what I'm saying, we all
Yeah.
getting together,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying,
Right.
since it happened, you know what I'm saying,
Mm-hmm.
it hasn't felt right, so
Yeah.
I was like, let me be that rock to be able to bring
try to
everybody.
keep it going. And there's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with family
Yeah.
traditions, but
Right.
you can't put something on God that God ain't tell you to do.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That's the thing that
'Cause I
had
never
me.
gave a fuck.
It just had me
And
thrown
it,
off.
it really just bubbled into all of the. It was
Americanization.
corporate.
Yeah, the
like
corporate.
all
Of course.
corporate.
Yeah, because I
Spend
feel like
more-
this. I
Look,
feel like this. If it was really about Jesus and God's birthday, I think everybody would be stress free.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be no depression.
Right.
Everybody have money to buy that gift they want to buy. Everybody would be rejoicing. But think about the times when this happened. You can call somebody right now. I ain't got this Christmas.
Right.
I need this child.
You already
and I need this.
You
and
forgot
that.
about your rent.
You forget about all that. You forget about all that.
That shit's some stupid shit.
It'd be like
I gotta buy
craziness.
gifts.
It'd be crazy, but
It is. The
fuck outta
you know what I'm
here.
saying? It'd
advertisement
be
is like,
craziness.
Yeah.
The advertisement, the pressure it put on people be crazy.
So there's
And
a
they
meme that I've seen on social media that I want to put on the screen that I think embodies this whole conversation
Okay.
that y'all having. And the meme basically shows a tree right? And it's on the screen right now. I'll give it a second to load.
Yeah.
Okay.
One half of the tree is a Christmas tree with gifts under it, right? The other half of the tree is a dead burying sticks. You know what I'm saying? And the box under that side of the tree is a man sleeping in it.
Yeah.
Now, what does that image say to y'all? What does that say?
Exactly what Christmas.
That's how you feel.
I don't know.
You still feel
I don't know.
okay. You Merry Christmas on one side.
You putting so much emphasis on putting presents under this side of the tree that you fuck around be sleeping in one of those boxes.
And I know people like that.
Yeah.
And I know people like that. Merry Christmas to the niggas who sleeping in the box. You know what I'm saying? Because they put themselves there though.
A lot of people
You know what
do.
I'm saying?
If you ain't got it, you ain't got it.
Right,
But it's fine too. I'm glad I come from a family
Right.
like that. My family don't look at you no type of way if you ain't got it. My family ain't like that. We don't come from that. No. But you got people out here that whole relationships and stuff then fail.
Hell yeah.
Or people ain't getting along. And then what's the difference between December 25th and March 3rd? Because I bought you something that day. Like March.
You know what?
It's just some stuff we put pressures on people that don't make sense.
I gave my son at the age, now he's 7, right? So I feel like he's at
what
the
up,
age now
NY?
to be able to
Hey,
understand
Jackie.
certain things.
What up, Andrea? Shout out Big Sean. What up, though?
You know what I'm saying? My son is at the age now where I feel like he's very smart. You know what I mean? So we're able to understand certain things. So when I see him getting emotional over doing things like playing video games and losing, right, on the bigger scale of that, I don't want him to create a dependency on getting gifts on certain times of year. So you know what I'm saying? Or misconstruing the meaning of the holidays.
It's you building up a network.
I gave him his gifts early.
Yeah, and it's not, again, for the audience, it's nothing wrong with that's what you want to do. Again, we talking about the message that people put on it.
Teach them the difference, though.
To make people, we ain't stealing no innocence. We ain't taking none of that from the kid. None of that. It's just
you're on delusion.
It's just the stuff people put on it. Like the pressures people put on it. Like you can't do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But again, we wouldn't even supposed to make this that show. You know what I'm saying? But again, I'm glad we kind of talked about. We all pretty much on the same page with that. But we still gonna have that no need for religion show because there's other stuff I want. Because everybody, I know people probably been paying attention. Moan probably had. I didn't got back in my zone on really motivating people and.
What you need
speaking the word, what I needed to like get back to myself. Like I kind of like fell off. I wouldn't pee. And just being a part of certain worlds that I wasn't supposed to be a part of.
No, you was supposed to be a part of it.
But it taught me. You're right. So I didn't fall off. I took a knee.
You fell on to more.
Yeah, I took a knee like my sister and Isha told me. Like I took a knee. You know what I'm saying? And this had to get back. So I'm cleansing myself. I'm getting a little different. I'm studying more. Different stuff coming to me. Like this, what I'm gonna talk about later this week on the side on my Facebook platform. Right. What I do, my motivation and my speaking and my preaching, whatever you want to call it, my sermons, whatever you want to call it. When I bring the word,
make a word, nigga. You like making up words.
It's gonna be a whole different level, and it's about how you got that joy.
Exactly.
When people talk about don't let nobody steal that joy, but I'm gonna teach where it come from.
Real joy, though.
The real joy that you inherit from the real, true, and living God. And it's a lot of people don't know this.
Bullshit
where it come from. Yeah, this is real joy.
That third
and
party.
When I break this down, people go be like, "Dog, I can't believe I let people piss me off."
Yeah.
That part.
But they do.
I feel that.
You can't let people in situations piss you off.
People are dicks.
They are.
You can't.
It has nothing to do with you, though.
No, it don't.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with you.
It has everything to do with.
It has nothing to do with you.
True, it doesn't.
It's all really a test.
Yeah.
Really, but it has nothing to do with you.
They say that's the illusion.
Yeah.
When you care too much about somebody else's perception about you.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
That perception is based off of some bullshit.
Yeah.
Their experiences, their life, whatever.
What they want out of you.
And guess what?
And that's what brings us into
today's topic. You better get that baby a walker.
You better get that baby a motherfucking walker.
And before we talk about that baby and that walker, we still ain't talking about that busto baby. I don't even know if it's a busto baby. It might have just been a busto. Did Moan break down the busto to you when I was gone?
Yeah, but that's not what I know busto.
She is our age.
You know what a busto is,
but you know what a busto is.
So you know what a busto baby is?
That's the
based
thing.
off of what he said.
Well, explain it to
her.
A
kid that's mixed with about 4, maybe 2, 3 different DNAs, because it's gonna be a busto daddy, a couple of them. that raw bag of busto.
Raw bag.
And we don't know which.
Boy,
we don't know which sperm penetrated the egg, so it might be a couple of them. So we seeing the effect with some of this craziness that's going on with these young people. Because the crack babies
mixed up
turned into bustos. It ain't the crack babies grown now. They was the bustos.
Or dead. Crack gone.
You see what I'm saying?
Long gone.
So, but in this case, the busto I'm talking about, it wasn't the busto baby because this person was grown. Grown woman still in pack. Pulled up in a red Range Rover at that.
A red Range Rover.
Right there on McNichols in Wyoming. Pull it up.
Red alert.
She in a dog ass red Range Rover pulling in people's driveways, stealing packages. Right on Wyoming McNichols. It's on Instagram. I saw it because they looking for it with somebody camera that got her. It's on one of those news things on Metro on Instagram.
But that girl to show you.
She a busto.
She got that facade. She driving this ring and can't afford it.
And she a busto. And she making a living off being a busto.
Right,
she get ran in by making that check.
Mrs. Claus in a red Range Rover.
Yeah. Still in packages.
We're still in packages.
Yeah, pull it up. You see it?
Damn.
Clear, she's a busto. She might not be a busto baby.
In the red though, I don't give a fuck where you at. You can see the red.
Now, I done heard of Little Red Robin Hood.
Right.
But I ain't never heard of Little Red Robin in the hood.
Right. Robin in the hood.
In the red Range Rover.
Right.
Little red Range Rover.
That's some lyrics right there.
Red
She
Robin
pulled
Hood.
up in the driveway clear too in a red Range Rover. That's what's funny. They like look at her driving this
Dumbass. Look at your
stealing.
stupid busto baby ass.
Goofy as hell. You know what I'm saying? But to the topic though, you better get that baby a walker.
Get that motherfucker.
And I bet you people like, what these niggas talking about? You better get that baby a walker. We got a couple ways we could spin this too.
We talking about friends and family.
But we talking about
the friends and family plan.
The friends and family plan. And look, and I don't want people to get it twisted with resources
right.
and being a crutch.
Yeah.
Because you can't use me to walk.
Right.
You can't use people to walk.
Not forever.
Not
maybe down the steps. Okay,
yeah,
help you down the steps. But
you help here and there. But when it get to a point when you getting cussed out,
right?
You got to be careful how nice you are.
Yeah.
How much you invest into.
Hell
right?
yeah, because
you'll become a crutch, right?
Man.
And then when you get to the point where you don't, I just feel like I'm having deja vu. I just said this the other day on the podcast. When you get to the point where you don't have it anymore, it's not that you don't want to do it for them anymore. You can't.
Yes.
You
now you're the bad guy because they so accustomed to what you
doing everything.
You got to be careful on what you give.
Right.
Because my shout out Big L. Big L used to always say you got to guard your heart.
Yes, you do. You got
to guard your heart because people will big. You hurt yourself. You dig yourself bigger hole, and then people got this thing in their head where they feel like because people to people with the giving. Some of them got this in their head. Because you be taught to give more than you receive, but you will give till you drain. It's gonna come back. All they gotta do is give.
I mean, and it do come back.
That's key to me that it doesn't drain you, right? So if you're protecting your peace, you eliminate that. You just move people would move out your way. I'm a giver.
Yeah.
But I have learned people always, but everybody kept telling me when I was giving this information, just like, when you gonna get yours? When you gonna get your license? But that wasn't the objective. It's when you give, that's the whole point to me. It's like loving, and we gotta get back to loving.
You're gonna always be a part of it.
Absolutely.
The more
I'm not gonna stop giving because of how you treat me, but I am gonna protect my peace.
Exactly.
So that's I ain't gonna answer the telephone as much because
all the time.
I got shit I gotta do. You know what I'm saying?
That's the problem right there. Answer the telephone.
Yeah.
But
let me spin it. Let me spin it. What if you somebody that answer that phone 22 times in a row, and then it's that 23rd time
you don't answer.
You don't answer, and that person really needs you.
Right.
Now it's a problem.
Exactly.
And you said protect your peace.
But it's a problem to who?
To them.
It's a problem to them.
It's always gonna be a problem to them.
There's gonna be a problem to them, but it's also it can be a headache on you. Like
it's always gonna be a headache.
The reason why
they just keep calling you.
Okay, but listen, the reason why it's a headache to you is because you created that situation.
You did create that situation.
You allowed them
because you got people that answer the phone 22 times in a row.
Yes.
Create boundaries, and not necessarily boundaries. Like it's about your peace, because you can't be the best you if you fucking around with motherfuckers who ain't
constantly wanting something from you.
Bullshit.
It's what they say, 2 steps forward or 1 step forward and 2 steps back.
Yeah.
Every time I take 2 steps forward and you hit me up every time now I can't get to a point in my life I can come back and help you.
But
you want me to be there with you every step of the fucking way, and I can't do that.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate. Along the way, do we nip it at the bud and say, look? See,
that's the thing.
I don't think a lot of us do that's givers.
But even that,
a lot of us as givers don't let a person know. Look, this is a certain spot. Hey, look. Yeah, I ain't gonna mess with you on that.
Some people are delusional.
You know, it's some you got. I think you got to put it out there so people can know. Like, I ain't gonna. And a lot of people don't, to the point where they get to that, and people like really lose relationships and friendships over what we're talking about.
Some people would hear you going through problems. They hear you going through problems and still ask you for shit.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like, when does it end?
Because when you had problems, you still was helping them.
Exactly. So
it go both ways.
What's the problem? Yeah, what's the problem now? But you helped me before. Why you ain't helping me now?
But what is the
then when you go 0 dark 30 on that person?
Exactly. Now it's a fucking problem.
Who's the wrong person? Yeah. The one that goes 0 dark 30 or the one that's mad?
The one that's mad.
So okay, I'm going 0 dark 30 on helping you. After this going, I always helped you. Anytime you needed something. I ain't talking about resources again. I'm talking about being
anything.
I'm talking about the topic. Get that baby a crutch.
You can't do. Listen,
get that baby a walker.
Yeah. I have a friend, a really great friend. But this person kept going into this dark place every time we got on the telephone, talking about even talking about suicide. And I'm like, hey, do A, B, C, and D. You don't make no effort to do any of my suggestions. That's my warehouse. That's how I help. You know what I'm saying? You don't want that help? I don't have.
What do you want from me now?
What else do you want?
People want you to help them the way they want you to help them.
Exactly.
As opposed to the way that you are offering to help.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, like, but you're not helping me how I
want you to help.
I feel like you can do this.
You ain't responding to me like I want you to respond.
But do y'all think that come from you always helping the way they wanted you to help them?
Or do it come from their style of life?
Just them knowing that you will help.
You
just
always
knowing that you're the type of person that.
Because I think we allow ourselves to be treated that way.
It's like the internet. It's like the internet.
It's a border. It's a borderline.
It's
a threshold.
You see, I feel that's accountability in that.
I think we allow ourselves to be that walker.
Remember how the internet went and the lights went out, and we got up one day. We was like, yeah, internet and all that. Everything's cool. As soon as it's gone, what we do? We go in a fucking rage. We start looting and we start acting crazy. Ain't nothing. What we gonna do? Oh, now you done lost everything. You done lost your fucking mind just because you ain't got the same comforts of every fucking day life that you've been had.
Around we was at all the food started thawing, so everybody started lighting their grills
exactly,
out for food.
Exactly.
Everybody had their cars on. Everybody had music playing. We was chilling.
Yeah.
We was chilling.
The other motherfuckers,
everybody outside.
Other motherfuckers breaking in shit. You know what I'm saying? Mad.
Right, in some areas people was tripping, but we was chilling.
Yeah,
they was tripping.
That's the thing, though. Yeah. We was chilling. Everybody don't chill like you in certain situations when they don't have things. You know what I'm saying?
It's because it's a lot of us again. Get that baby a walker. Get that baby a walker. Is we ain't been taught in the black community too, and even in our community to leave. But what you was talking about last week, it's.
But what happens when you don't
want to be
taught?
Stuff happened to us because we haven't been taught, and we be out here on default.
I mean, that's cool. But at a certain time in your life, you have to understand, in default, even you have to push the reset button and understand how to live life.
But I also think it's deeper than that. It's real deep. I mean, I just imagine like what we've been through. We're so resilient. But in that resilience, we haven't went and got no fucking help for this resilience. We just like going.
It's a lot of black community need. I think we. Big on not asking for help. We need to talk to somebody. I think more of us need to talk to somebody than what we think.
Help. You think money don't help? Money don't help.
It don't help. You can have
and I'm gonna tell you some real junk. I'm gonna tell you something real. Church don't always help neither. If you're going to get hold on. If you ain't evenly yoked with that church and getting what you supposed to get, you can't be going to everybody's church thinking you gonna be hearing the right thing.
I'm gonna get blessings,
and you be out here confusing everybody.
I don't give my light money up for blessings.
Help either.
No, hell no.
You gotta pray and be expired. You gotta move. You can't pray and sit there. But see, dang man, we gonna end up talking about that show anyway. But see, that's another thing, Mark. We've been conditioned. And I'm gonna be somebody that can admit it, that come from that background and that family, to say, pray, hold on and wait on Jesus.
Yes.
A lot of us come from that, and then we take it literal, like, cause we know Jesus is so great and so good, and if I just wait on Jesus,
but Jesus told you
it's just gonna happen. He sure didn't. He said, I can do all things through Christ, which strengthens me.
Exactly.
Which means get up, and you got that strength, however, and you go do it. You got. So you know how many people church seat turn into their casket and they change church waiting on something?
Yeah.
The same people go every week because they waiting on something.
Yeah.
When you supposed to grow from something, still go, but you supposed to see some growth. A lot of people don't see no growth because they like, I just gotta wait. Man, you know what I'm saying?
Man, if you believe in the Most High, you know the Most High ain't never left.
Never.
Yeah.
So what are you waiting for the coming of Christ?
It's always been with you.
What are you waiting?
It's always been with you.
Like old boy on what's name?
But people don't get the real. The people don't get the food that's for them.
Yeah.
No,
listen,
and you digest. You got heartburn.
Like how be a minute.
What are you waiting for?
What are you waiting for?
The universe
is
waiting on people to believe in themselves enough for it to open up and happen. The problem is they're waiting on somebody else to do it
because they don't believe it's within them.
Because they don't believe. Yeah, they don't believe.
They don't believe that the whole thing is within them.
They believe more about this external ability or this external energy that's going to do it.
And man, and since we going there in my studies, since we going there, I've been studying the book of Numbers. The book of Numbers is all about God getting the Israelite to have faith in Him, even after He pulled them out of the slavery from Pharaoh. They still ain't believe. And then in 1 Peter, he wrote a letter to these scattered people from Asia. They believe, but he had to remind them and let them know by them being believers the inheritance that they have from God. This whole thing is all about faith. And just believing whatever you want is gonna happen. People don't understand that powers that be, that's distraction and evil and all that is programming. Like you said, and then our forefathers, people like Malcolm X, that tried to tell you that
you get killed.
It's everything opposite of who you are. Is what the media portray you to be.
Absolutely.
Just like lately, I've been getting up in the morning putting on motivational speeches, right? Yeah. And I noticed today, like people don't even respond, say that. I know I ain't saying nothing. But then I put something stupid on there. So I made a post like, man, y'all gonna have to check my video. This, and this. Dog, everybody, like, dog, I ain't even see this.
Right.
Until I told people Facebook on some other ish, they don't want to post nothing positive. What we saying?
Yeah, they put it at the bottom.
You know what I'm saying?
They put it at the bottom.
The algorithms all messed up. You know what I'm saying? It ain't even the push positivity. You know what I'm saying? But back to the point of you better get that baby a walker.
Yeah.
We got to do better as shepherds, I feel, to get people off them walkers.
I mean, but how much can you do though?
You got to exhaust yourself.
We
not in not in the area where people don't want to better themselves. Not in that area where them people just like, I need $2. You got $2? You know, that type of stuff. I can't eat unless they call you.
Man,
I can't.
Ignorance is
when you trying. You know, everybody done been in that position when you trying and you busting your butt. You trying your best to make ends meet. People go help you.
Yeah,
my family like that's that. Different. They go help. That's different.
That's what you
But
said.
when you ain't trying,
without trying,
when faith without work is dead.
Exactly.
So when you ain't trying, that's when you own that walker. You know what I'm saying? Right. You gotta try. Yeah. Even when this world deal you some hands and deal you some you can't handle, you still gotta push through it and try. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because God go always, however you look at it, the higher power God, however you look at it, you go. This life is about tests, trials and tribulations. You go through something. It's how you come through it. You can't go backwards to whatever habit you had. You can't start a new habit.
Practice make perfect,
basically, don't dig yourself a hole.
Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like I think that everybody don't have that ability. I think that there's a lack of education.
They don't.
They got it, but they just don't. They don't understand how to apply it.
She's absolutely right. She's absolutely right. A lot of people don't.
Like urban PTSD, survival mode. Those things.
Buried.
That's what makes us.
You gotta talk to the mic a little bit.
When people say we're lazy, You know what I mean? When people say we're lazy, nobody had even considered the impact of like urban PTSD and survival mode, because those are like being in chronic stress all day, every day. You know how exhausting that is? Because I know I be stressed out with the shit that I got going on.
What I got inside of me and what I know, it stresses me out. Just looking at day-to-day stuff, like I can't, and it make you be like, I can't believe these people this dumb, and then you be like people just really just out here.
They just out here for real.
But like we said, about 3 minutes ago, it's more of us need to talk to somebody than what we believe.
So imagine,
it ain't always just like Jesus is my friend. Like you need some help to go along with like that. Why you here? You know what I'm saying?
It's like living in New York and thinking you breathing fresh air. You know what I'm saying? When you live in New York, you smell. You've been in New York, right?
Yeah.
You've been in New York, right?
Oh yeah.
You smell what you imagine living in New York, smelling what you smell every day, and think this is a fresh air when you go outside.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you go to somewhere like Connecticut,
you go to Montana,
or Wyoming.
You go to Montana.
You like what the?
You think it's stank?
Yeah, you think it's stank. Exactly.
You're right, but she right. A lot of us don't have that capability to know how to do that.
Yes,
it's a lot of us, man. I listened to this.
But it's down deep,
I listened to this speech from Michael Jackson on the way here, dog, and he made so much sense, dog. Like
shit, the man in the mirror.
So many.
Listen to the fucking words.
No, he was just talking, but when people was trying to put that child molestation stuff on him, he was so real. He was like, y'all don't understand. My whole childhood was taken from me. His childhood was work hard, blood, sweat, tears.
Same thing that happened.
He didn't have the innocence of a Christmas, or innocence of a birth. He even said birthday.
What happened to people when they go to jail, bro? They come out like they went in. They think it's still if you go in the 80s and you come out in the 2000s, you gonna still have that 80s mindset. You know what I'm saying?
I talked about that. When I did my sermon, I talked about that. It's like people get out of jail and they want to go back. It was the people.
They not go
it was
back,
the
but
people.
Still there.
It was the Israelite people. They was in bondage and they was so mad that God was blessing them to move forward. He showed them this land that was just so beautiful and boastful. They couldn't believe it was there.
I can't believe it's mine.
They like this mine. Wait a minute. They like this land flowing the milk and honey. The fruit that grew on the vine was the best first fruit, and he sent them like, "That's yours. Go take that over." And they looking at them people looking so good. They go back to God like they look like giants.
Right.
They like, I can't believe you sent us to do this. Send me back to be a slave. Because you know why? They told me when I could eat.
Yeah.
They told me when I could see. They told me when they could. I had to worry for myself. They like, God, you might as well just let us down on the sword. That nigga like, God forgive me. God pretty much told Moses like, is they stupid?
He got to be the dumbest.
He's like, is they dumb?
Yeah.
And there was two of them out of all of them. Like one of them named Caleb, which is my son's name. He was like, he got so mad he ripped his shirt off like Hulk Hogan. Like and like, is y'all crazy? Let's go.
Ignorance.
He like we got God behind us. He told us we can have this. His boy leached right to him like, shit, I'm with my dog. His boy was Joshua. What's crazy, my son's best friend name is Joshua. He linked up. They linked up together. He like, let's go do this. Yeah. They were scared.
Hey man, ignorance is a shallow pool that people would drown themselves.
We would rather be. Larry said it. We'd rather be in bondage instead of being blessings. We'd rather be. Because we scared to take that step. That we want to be on that walker.
Yeah. What they say Rosa Parks said. I'd have freed a bunch of more slaves if they knew they were slaves.
Harriet Tubman.
Boy, get off the bus.
Harriet Tubman. If they knew they were slaves.
Yeah. The same way. Get off the bus. Yeah. Listen. Why was black people sitting in the back of the bus? Like ain't nobody
conditioned to.
Nobody about to tell me to go sit in the back of the bus.
Everything is conditioned. Everything was conditioned.
It's still to this day, right? You'll see people get on the bus and walk to the back of the bus.
Yep. And we go to the back to the classroom.
Back to the class.
Yeah, it's by default. Just like everybody keep running to go vote. No, I don't want to talk about that. Shut up, P. Shut up, P.
We talked about that last week.
Shut up, P.
We was all up in that motherfucker.
Be quiet, P.
Be quiet, P. Knees ball deep.
Chill out, P. You know what I mean? I even break that all the way down to the word. Chill out, P. They'll be looking at me like this boy crazy. Chill out, P.
Crazy
would be tripping.
What she say? Crazy for real? Well, no, that's crazy.
Yeah, but I truly believe what Mitzi's saying. Like we have the education part we lack, and it's a lot of us that don't want to exhaust ourselves to keep educating. Yeah. But it's a lot of us that do. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And we gotta want it. You know what I'm saying? Like me and Halsey was talking earlier about a certain friend of ours that's going through, but going backwards. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah. And this person, and I don't know this because I ain't that deep in this person. What people don't understand is you'll get that test that'll put that habit right back in your face to see if you go back. Yeah. And a lot of us haven't been taught the love of God.
1 step forward, 2 steps back.
To be inspired to keep moving forward. Yeah. To where you go back to bondage. Yeah. A lot of us haven't been taught it. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of those people look for excuses to go back to them
because that's all they know.
That's all they know.
That's all they know.
Comfort.
That's comfort.
It's comfort.
Yeah, that's all they know.
That's why representation matters. Yes, so representation matters in situations where is the person to kind of teach them something other than that in our community. Like we don't have doctors. You know how
mental
I've
health.
been dealing with doctors for the last couple of years with various friends. They don't. There's no black doctors for real. They have not been, and that makes a difference. It makes a huge difference.
So with your marijuana education, with your growth education, do you know to also know different? Because I don't know. I'm asking this to know the different benefits of different strands of weed or CBD. Do you know that stuff too? Are you educated on that stuff too?
On my end. Yeah,
like what different strand help with mental health or because it's a lot of people started to do marijuana treatments.
I'm so happy that you asked that because that's a real question. So I had a conversation with a black woman cultivator. She comes from an autistic background. I told her just that the other day. Like, listen, put some research into finding some strains that helps with specifically with autism because that's a huge problem in our black community. And guess what? I have friends who smoke weed who have autistic kids that will not give their kids marijuana.
But you got to be careful too, though.
So it's like education,
like the CBD oil. Like I heard certain CBD oil stop seizures. I'm not prescribing that.
No,
it's true.
No, it's but real. It's just that's been found out.
Different stuff I done read and saw that different benefits from the abstract.
But the thing is,
abstract oils.
The thing about it now is
from the THC.
It can be healing for our community in so many aspects. See, and even dealing with PTSD. I'm sorry, babe.
No, go ahead.
Dealing with PTSD. Like, it's cool for veterans to do it, but it ain't cool for us to do it.
Right.
They get millions of dollars for research for veteran PTSD and cannabis, but we don't get shit. No other PTSD money. Nowhere.
Right. See, and you got to be careful, though. See, that's the thing about marijuana. You have to be very careful of what you're getting because a lot of people grow their marijuana so different. They use synthetic chemicals in the weed that alters the understanding of the genetics that when you smoke it, you're not getting what you're supposed to get. You're getting this synthetic chemical enhanced shit.
That grows weed, and he recently got sick. Right. Yeah. It just so happened that his doctor actually grows cannabis.
Okay.
And ran a test on him and figured out the common denominator of his sickness was the weed that he was growing.
Yeah, because you know what it is? It's some people. Sometimes it be molds.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Sometimes it be.
I mean, you growing it outside. You got birds shitting on it. You don't clean it off. You don't rinse it and all that type of shit. You gotta clean that shit off.
But now imagine we not even the ones that's growing our cannabis.
Exactly.
The ones that's going in these places
and from being a grower for so many years.
Yeah, let me tell you what pissed me off last week on the show when you said, and I don't care, when you said them Chaldeans be sitting in them meetings acting like they own the city, like they don't want to save the city and all that. That pissed me off. I was sitting in my hotel room like that's some BS.
But it's real. Look at it. You go every corner store you go to, every gas station.
And what I wanted to say to that. People act like they forget how we took care of the city when downtown was dark, dirty, busted, and disgusted. Yeah. When them alleys ain't had no small bars in them, them street lights weren't working.
We still spent money down there.
We was down there partying. Captains and River Rock and Coliseum, all that whatever bars that were we was down there.
And what are they doing? Taking the money and giving it to the white man.
Yeah, we was down there clown. It was Belle Isle. We was clown. You know what I'm saying? Like
casinos that we ain't got no.
So, but what make new and the part another part I wanted to answer because I be reading and researching this stuff too. That's why I'm glad I'm back. What up, Shar? I'm back on the show with you. that $150,000 they say we gotta have standing in our account, and it's standing money. Yeah. And then if you got it, they go give you the questionnaire of hell to understand how you get that money and got it. Yeah. That's what's whack. And
fucking small print.
And see, it's easy for them to get. They got all them liquor stores. They got hookah lounges and all that stuff.
My cousin gave me this. And they can just run it down.
It gotta be some loophole we missing somewhere with some of this stuff. Like, cause when my family first moved here from the South, my cousin grandfather, they family owned a gas station. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I know it was some avenue and some lane down there where we could have owned, but I also know a lot of us black folks sold our stuff too.
Yeah, we did.
Cause you ain't had nothing else.
They was coming to offer us a little $10,000 because they wanted that land. They knew it was coming back then. Yeah, they knew it was coming. They knew what was coming.
You can't afford to feed your family, and you give me $10,000. I could feed my family, and I could still die.
But what's crazy is if they knew.
Era, though. That was during the war.
Yeah. But what's crazy if they knew what was coming? How the hell we didn't know? See, we gotta stop. We gotta stop downing ourselves like we ain't as smart as them. Just because they know how to flash a little money in front of us at the time.
You got drugs. You got programming.
You're right.
All that shit means something. All that shit means something.
They did drop that crack right on.
Means the most fucking fear.
Oh yeah,
I agree with you.
You put fear in the hearts of people.
The enemy is the prince of fear. Yeah, the fear is out cold.
Then
fear is the number one thing that stop you.
You fear, then you disguise it as help. Yeah.
But you know why? You know why we got fear? That's what I spoke about the other morning when I was on the way in the gym. You know why we got fear? Because we use our vision and not God's vision. If God keep pricking your heart or whatever higher power you serve, it's something to keep telling you. Know it's something of love. What it's telling you to go after. Take over the world, take over the podcast industry, whatever it is, take over the radio world, whatever it is. If that keep coming to you, you can't sleep, you can't rest, you drive and you smile sometimes thinking about what plane you gonna be in. That's your dream. Go after right.
But
and then when we see that, we'll sit back and that fear kick in because it looks so big,
it's so scary.
But if you use God's vision. It's already, it's already there.
It's an acronym for false emotions appearing real.
Exactly. False emotions appearing real. That's real shit. Because when you look at it, people be like, "Oh man, I could have this. I wish I had that." First, I want this. I wish I could have it. Man, damn.
See, that type of stuff to me is different to me. Because some people that think like that, and I'm not judging everybody. Some people that think like that and wish they had all that. Some envious and jealousy in them. I'm talking about that dream, that goal. I'm talking about that.
But people fall short of that.
So my mother just recently passed.
Sorry to hear
that. Passed in May. And when I reflect on something that she gave me and that's something that a lot of us black people have, is that who have passed a certain level. So we didn't always have it good, but everything was. I didn't never feel like it was too far away from me. Like I kept going despite this situation, despite what would look like right here.
The happiness, inspiration.
Yeah. Despite that, I was able to still move forward or go after something.
And that's good because a lot of people don't move like that because they don't see that light at the end of the tunnel, so they be stuck. Yeah. And a lot of us don't know the end game. So we be stuck. When you don't know that end game, you stuck. You know what I'm saying?
Because you ain't trusting.
And then I want to put out there when you do keep that heart keep getting pricked and them visions keep coming and it's something of good you supposed to do. It's some sacrifices that come with that as well, and it's some hard work to come with that as well. Right. But if you using a bigger vision and you own that. You focus and you on that goal, you like no matter what, it's gonna come easy. And when you sit back and even when you get there, you still ain't gonna feel like you there.
Right, that part.
It's gonna become contagious. Yeah. You gonna want to just keep getting it.
And that's that energy that you give off. That's that frequency. And that's what's important about your circle. You know what I'm saying? Like
you gotta be yoked with the right circle.
It's a great circle. I can do this all day because the energy is right. You know what I'm saying? And that environment is so important. But if you gotta go outside and then you gotta go and
don't lose yourself as soon as you leave. Don't you talk you talk good shit all you want when you're around, but as soon as you go outside you go back to losing all fucking understanding of the true nature of the Most High.
My cousin Keisha said we smarter. That's why we the target audience to destroy. That's true.
Yeah, we are.
We born
just
smart.
Gotta know that. You
but
know,
see, that's why I say segregation was bad for us.
Oh, it was.
Because we ran everything. We already had it. Yeah. We already had everything we needed.
Yeah.
And then
at the time, let them separate us.
At the time, they would have been like,
they would have
been like, they would have been like, can we? We just want
to be a part of this.
And that's how we got duped. Yeah. We just want to be a part.
Yeah, we want to be a part.
Immigration is what fucked us up.
Immigration, not separation. My bad. That's what killed us.
Right. Yes.
We should have stayed segregated. I meant to say we should have stayed because a lot of people don't know. Right over there on 8 Mile in Wyoming, all them business, a lot of that stuff was even black owned.
Yeah.
And that's where a lot of it started at when they came with that.
A lot of black shit.
A lot of Southwest Detroit, Delray, all of that. That the black bottom where they ran 75 through.
Yeah,
all of that.
Cut that shit. Now they want to talk about giving it back. It's a butter, bitch. How you gonna give it back?
We ain't never lost nothing.
With a whole freeway through.
Right.
Two generations later.
I'm sorry. And don't get that people of color and black folk twisted.
Yeah, nah.
That's two different things. That's why we go to them liquor store. They think them people of color. I don't get that twisted.
Yeah,
Damn it, them niggas get different tax breaks or something than us.
Do.
Something ain't right. I don't care. If they sitting in them meetings talking about how they saved the city and they got the money and all that. Well, if that's the case, y'all stop going to buy liquor
going on
from them cats.
They got too much money. They got way more money than a lot of black.
There gotta be a couple black liquor stores in the city somewhere.
On the east side, it is. Definitely is.
One. You look
it gotta be some.
Well, I don't know about it.
It's one on 7 Mile in Asbury Park.
It's one on East Warren and the
Hey man, we need to start flooding like anything that they got that we can go to our stuff and get. And cash mob our stuff.
But listen, it's a lot of liquor stores that's up for sale. Y'all could go on LoopNet.com right now. It's a lot of liquor stores up for sale.
Yeah.
But would they let us get the liquor license?
That's what I was
just about to say. And I ain't trying to be on no fear hating. It's just what it is. The liquor license part where they hate
redlining on that too. And fun fact, right? And while we're talking about these liquor stores, on 7 Mile in Van Dyke, right? You see, and you see, there's no other place in the city of Detroit. Look around. You see 2 liquor stores on the same corner.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's a law that was passed.
Yeah, you can't.
That liquor stores can't be in the. But the reason why these liquor stores still exist is because they were there before this law was passed.
Exactly.
And neither one of them would been forced to sell that license.
Well, what about the law? There can be more than one church on the same street. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that, y'all. My bad.
I've seen one on every corner.
My bad.
But see, it's a distance. The distance though.
Remember back in the day?
It's how many.
Remember back in the day? I told you when the license went out and I was going down 7. Oh, I was going out. I think
Puritan.
Yeah, Puritan. And I was like, all these churches and ain't nobody helping nobody.
Yeah. No, you killed me. When I posted that, I was on the way to House Edom Church, which I love, House Edom Church, and it's on Puritan. And I posted like, I called it Puritan the church strip,
right?
Like Vegas.
Church, yes.
But you posted the definition of Puritan on there, and the definition of Puritan stand for housing of churches or a host of churches or something. The name is, and he posted it. I was like, damn, this is crazy.
The strip.
But what blew my mind out of all of that on Puritan, all them churches, and no disrespect to nobody church over there, because some look good, but anyway. There's a couple points I want to make.
But the neighborhood ain't.
Since I got my own podcast, I want to do a documentary on this, and I want to talk to some pastors on this. I got a couple points. The first point is, or I want to ask a question: do y'all all work together? Because y'all are so close to each other. Do y'all work together and send the same message? Okay, that's one point. 2, do y'all have meetings with each other and bring in the community? That's 2. And 3,
you know y'all go to the same funeral home. I tell you that.
Why, boy, you better hold on. 3, why is it the only area over there is the cleanest area is where Cole Funeral Home sit at?
All right. Oh,
so we gotta look.
Man, that shit crazy.
So we gotta look good when we dead. When we walking in these churches, trash everywhere.
That same thing about
so that's symbolic to us. That's symbolic to us only receiving our heaven when we die.
Exactly. So I'm trying to figure this out, like,
bro. Out of drive, Southfield Freeway. They didn't have that shit for how long? And ain't no houses over. Ain't nothing.
I heard about that. I heard. They was trying to. I heard the city or something.
Trying.
No, it wasn't. Somebody posted what happened. It wasn't the church that blocked them. It was something to do with the city ordinance that blocked them from building them cribs. It wasn't. Because when I posted, there was a lot of people that came out and told me I got to go back to that post and say it wasn't them. But what I don't like is. What do they be doing in the communities, man? Like that's why I'm using Puritan for example, because if all of our people was getting the same message, I think we'd do better. Because if you think about it, that's why I think a lot of, like, you know how people say we keep politics and religions out of discussions? Yeah. Because a lot of us getting so many different messages. If you walking out of the church right there, and then I'm gonna be like, my pastor said this. You gonna be like, well, my pastor said that. Well, my pastor said, and your church was right there, and mine was right here. Right. So at some point, why ain't these pastors having some type of meeting together? Congregation and
stop fucking crime. How about that?
And even if your church is in all different places, right? Yeah. They still should have an agenda. What's the message that's going forth? That real message all together.
I mean, they should all be working together to orchestrate programs.
Exactly. To build in the community, and the community look like shit.
And I'm not saying none of them are. I don't want nobody, because I know people go be like, well, my pastor do it. What I'm trying to say is, as a whole, collectively,
absolutely,
and like you know how
because they all want the benefits as individuals. Right. They all want the benefits.
You ain't got to pay no damn tax.
You know, like
they should be going to sort the
whole. It's like this.
The whole community.
It's like this, right? All of we say, for instance, we starting our show. This is our show, right? And we have meetings and stuff, right?
Right.
And in our meeting, we go have some agree or disagree, right? But when we walk away, whatever we walk away with, that's what we go walk. Yeah. You ain't gonna call him and be like, man, P was tripping.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna call him.
Because we go
end that right there.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, because it's real shit.
And when we walk away, that's so. If we wrong together.
Right. If I do call her, we gonna bring it to you so we can understand.
We gonna talk together.
Make
call P on 3-way.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Let's, like, if we still feeling like that, but when we walk away before we push that agenda or push that message, we go ride to die on being right together, or ride to die being wrong together.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think that's the problem.
And I think that's missing.
It is missing, but it's a representation of how we treat each other.
Right.
We are so decisive.
We have a lack of representation for our whole nation.
For the whole nation. There's no reason. White people, suburbs don't have churches on every corner.
Right.
That's absurd.
Liquor stores and churches.
I'm going to stop you. Since I moved to Livonia, yes, they do.
I mean, but they have on every corner.
They deep. Yes, they do.
But they synagogues and
I stay on 5 Mile in Newburgh.
They huge
from 5 Mile in Newburgh down to Joy Road. I counted like 12 churches. It's the same. Theirs look all clean. Come on over there and ride. I thought in my head just like you. Thought in my head just like you. I'm
what
like,
the neighborhoods look like though.
You know, it's beautiful. But what I'm saying is, they got the same. I'm talking about it, and they right across the street from each other.
But that's episodic.
And it's not connecting. They different churches.
Yeah, they
and guess what?
On Sundays,
and guess what? On Sundays, they parking lots be empty too. It be the same scattered amount of people. Man, it's all the same.
How can you keep your lights on?
Yeah, but I
think with them it's a little bit different.
Now what's different be them Catholic churches and stuff be different.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Even out there, they part of the Matrix too.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
We talk about the Black American nation.
We just talk about what we know, but they the same.
We talk about liquor stores.
But let me tell you the difference though with
cannabis.
Let me tell you the difference though with them, because I did my study on this and I asked them questions. Even with them, how much time we got? They gonna battery went out. 6 minutes. But
get fresh
listen, real quick. The difference with them, they really do have programs for kids and different. Again, I'm not saying
money for that shit.
Again, I'm not saying we don't have any. I'm not saying that, but like for instance, some of them with they tithing and offering. Moan ass, you must be blowed today.
No, I'm talking about. Hey man, we talking about the pastor. Why you gonna ask the pastor?
No. For instance, they don't ask. Some of them don't ask specifically for your money. They'll have a money donation box. You walk in, so whatever you give or donate, it'll be in the box. Don't nobody know what you donate. It ain't everybody getting up walking. A lot of them do it differently. A lot of them have schools attached to their churches.
They do.
Yeah. They dropping kids up all the way up to like 6th grade, stuff like that. So we did. I know a lot of us used to have that. We used to do that, but we don't do that.
That's tax write-offs.
Again, it's still what is that money going towards? So with the black churches, it needs to go still to our mental health. Yeah. That's what, if we would have addressed that a long time ago,
to go to us.
It would be different.
Shit. Yeah,
we would definitely do business.
They already
different.
But don't get me wrong.
Our shit need to go.
Don't get me wrong. Now it do take funds to run the church.
No shit.
But what I don't like when it comes, I don't want nobody to tell people they robbing God or you doing it to make people feel bad. No, don't do all of that to run the church. If you go do tithe and offering, You don't need a bake sale. You don't need to sell clothes in the parking lot. You don't need to do a car wash. Because if you need to do all that, God ain't tell you to get that church.
Some people want to do that.
Yeah, that's too much.
If the people want to do it, then it's cool.
It's too much. But if your congregation right and your people right, you go do tithe and offering. That's all you need. And if you want to do stuff and give extra and stuff like that, yeah. But to me, it should just be like you taking care of the community. Like if I had a church, my church would be more like a community house. I won't put it on
all that the money for the community.
What's different with them, they do too, is they invest their money as well.
Yeah,
they'll buy houses, they'll buy all types of
like
stuff.
Pastor Wilkinson at Up From the World Ministry. He a beast right over there on Puritan and Stopel. His whole block, he bought all the crib. Like my brother bought a house from around that block. House is dope. It like he's the definition of a pastor. He's an apostle. He's definition of taking care of the community. He went down in Memphis doing the same thing.
Back to the people who
he's giving back and he's teaching and it's low mortgage. You know what I'm saying? He ain't robbing you and taking your money and stuff like that. And he come from where all of us come from. You know what I'm saying? So, we got to get ready to wrap it up. It was a great show, man. I hope we can keep this going.
We got to.
This is awesome, man. You got to think on this. If you ain't big, you come when you can. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I told her. Come when you can. You ain't gotta be every
I gotta
week.
be here with this knucklehead all the time.
All the time.
But you got anything you want to say right quick before I close it out?
Just thank you for having me. It was a great conversation. It was great energy, great frequency that I can use for the rest of my week. So I appreciate it. I'm grateful.
For sure. Appreciate that. Mom, what you got, my guy?
Man, stop treating your friends like they owe you something.
Right. Stop being a bill.
Period.
Right. And y'all know me. Hey, listen, I got a word for y'all later this week. Y'all tune in to my Facebook page, just regular Perry Johns. I'm bringing a word for y'all. Some inspiration, man. It's for some reason, I'm gonna close out with this. For some reason, God been putting on my heart trust. Trust God. Whatever it is you're going through, trust God. Lean not to your own understanding, man. You know, like my boy Big Shug says, his favorite verse in the Bible. Distrust. You know what I'm saying? If it's something that you think you got to jump up and do, don't do it, because you go dig yourself in a hole.
The Most High always led
me,
bro.
You got to be led. You got to be led, and you got to be calculated. You got to chill. Just trust.
Listen to these niggas out here.
Yeah, just trust and relax, man. And look, treat each other with respect, man. Love on each other. Much love. Peace.
Peace.
Warning. You are now tuned in to 7 Mile